Hey there, ghosts and ghouls, how's it going? This is Sussex Ghost, and finally, we are back to another episode of Creepy But True Gaming. It's been a while, it's been a few weeks since my last episode, and I just took a bit of a break away. I've been busy lately, as I previously stated on my last video before this one. Life just got ahead of me and stuff like that. Plus, I've been taking the time to listen to your feedback of what you think about these episodes. Some of you want them shorter, some of them want me to get right to the point, and I'll try to do a better job at fixing these problems. I just want to try to make these episodes as enjoyable as you can. So, back to the point with this episode, we are going to be doing Warioware Touched for the Nintendo DS. And I figured this is a perfect time to do this episode since Game of Wario for the Nintendo Wii U, sold separately of course, has just released. So, and there is something creepy about Warioware Touched, and this is just perfect timing since the new game just came out. So, yeah, figured why now and not later. So with that said and done, grab hamsters and everything that you want, and let's get through the intro. Enjoy the awesome music, and we'll get right to this episode right now. Oh, Warioware. It's just one of those games where you just want to go ahead, have a little bit of fun, pop in your DS or your Wii, or if you just got the new Game of Wario, you put that on your Wii U, just enjoy some of the mini games. You just have some fun with it. Some friends, sometimes the music is really catchy, and one thing about Warioware Touch is that it actually does have a sound test there where you could be able to play some of the music that plays through the games. Well, with all the catchy music and all that aside, what makes Warioware creepy? Well, it doesn't. Unless you look at Wario's face for like a whole day, then it's going to burn into your brain, and you're not going to see anything but Wario. So you'll see your mom, her face will turn to Wario. Your dad, his face will turn to Wario. Chuck Norris, his face will do the same thing probably, and we'll have a Chuck Norris version of Wario. That's the only creepy thing I can find about Wario. It's just one of those guys that will stare you down to space. But there is something else. In Warioware Touched, I'm pretty sure some of us will be familiar with a certain song called Ashley's Theme. Now, this is where things get kind of creepy. Now, if you go ahead and take a look at Ashley's song, Ashley's Theme, some of you probably heard about it on Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and some of you might have heard Ashley's song on the original game itself, Warioware Touched. Now, if you in the game Warioware Touched, if you go to the sound test area where there's where's like this little record player, you go ahead and play her song. Now I got a little bit of a video here I'm borrowing, and I'll go ahead and play through this video. You guys take a listen to yourself, and once that's done, I'll explain a little bit what we just heard. So here's the video. Hmm. Mm-hmm. So, we heard the song. What is it? What did it say? This. The results to this could be a coincidence. It's pretty creepy in a way, but for those that didn't hear what she was saying, I'll go ahead and tell you. Now, when you play the song and fast forward it at a certain speed and listen carefully, you'll hear a hidden message from Ashley herself. There's two things that she could possibly be saying. The first thing is, I send kids to hell. Or the other possible way of her saying it is, I grant kids to hell. I kind of go with the second bit more. Now, if you go ahead and take a listen again, I'll go ahead and replay the video one more time. Okay, so I think it sounds more like I grant kids to hell. So we got a girl here named Ashley. She happens to be a witch, and she grants kids to hell. So she doesn't just turn her teachers to a spoon and doesn't do girly things, but she sends kids to hell. Apparently she didn't want kids of her own. Sorry there, fanboys of Ashley. She doesn't want kids. So go fuck someone else. Now this comes into a more of an important question. Why would Nintendo put a message like this on there? Because I don't think they ever meant to. I went ahead and kind of researched a bit more about this, and apparently it was just one of those coincidence messages. When we play songs backwards or if we fast forward them ahead, sometimes because of the speed or the sound of the voice, it's just hitting on different notes, and their tune of the song just hits it so perfectly. It seems like they're saying something else in reverse or in fast forward. Take for example, like the Beatles album. Some of you may have known about the Beatles. I'm not really a fan of Beatles, but I'm pretty sure some of you maybe are, and respect to you if you do. But there's one album out there called the White Album. It's just a plain white album. And if you play some of their songs backwards on that song, some of their songs on that album, it seems like they're saying evil things. And there's like other thing like, can you feel, no, not Can You Feel Songs, right? It's Living in the City from Sonic R. Some of you probably know about that song from the Tailstalkers. And if you play that song backwards, you'll hear like words saying he's listening and I want pizza pie or something like that. You'll just hear some weird stuff if you play music fast forward or backwards, and I think that's what Ashley's song is. If you play it ahead, it's creepy hearing her sound like she's saying I grant kids to hell, but in reality I don't think that was meant to be there. It was just one of those mistakes, and it was just it's just the way that the sound is on the DS, you know. It's just the way she's singing it, or how high pitched her voice will be, and if you fast forward it enough, it's all going to hit at the same time. It's going to sound like she's saying something else. I grant kids to hell. So when people first found this out, they all flipped their shit, and later on, it was just kind of one of those songs that you think you're hearing it, but it's just wasn't meant to be put there. But that's what makes it creepy, because it still sounds like she's saying I grant kids to hell. Maybe she's a character of her own, and she really does. I don't know. I mean, it's the video game universe. Maybe they have a life of their own, just like Wreck-It Ralph. You never know. And she's pretty evil like that. I mean, if you listen to her song, it sounds pretty evil, so it makes sense that she can actually send kids to hell like that. But it's there, it's creepy, and indeed it is true. You can go ahead, pop in the cartridge on your DS or 3DS, and just kind of mess with it, and I guarantee you not that you will be able to hear it. And that, boys and girls, is this episode of Creepy But True Gaming. It's nothing much, nothing less, not much information about it, but it's just something I found as this game Wario just came out. I figured I'd take this time to celebrate with Ashley's song. So if you like this episode, go ahead, give me a like, comment, subscribe. If you want more creepy pastas, creepy but true gaming facts, and everything out there that's creepy, or gaming updates, or unboxings, or whatever, you get the drift. Subscribe, and you'll enjoy them all. This is Husky's Ghost, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye bye.